This morning feels heavy, and you can feel it before you even sit up. A weight presses behind your ribs like a quiet hand, and your mind starts scanning the day as if it must find the danger first. You are already thinking of the message you need to send, the decision you need to make, the thing you forgot, the thing that might happen. Your body tightens as if it is bracing for a blow that has not arrived. Stay here with me. You are not wrong for feeling this. You are not failing because you woke up tender. You did not choose the heaviness, and you do not have to punish yourself for carrying it. Let your breath slow without forcing it. Let your shoulders drop by a small degree. Notice the simple fact that you are here, that you are breathing, that you are still being held. I know the way you try to be strong before you feel safe. I know the way you reach for control when you are afraid. I know the way you scroll, plan and fix because silence can feel like an open door for worry to walk through. But I am speaking before the noise speaks. I am closer than you think. If your thoughts rush, do not wrestle them into submission. Let them pass and return. If your mind replays yesterday, let it replay without your agreement. If your heart whispers that you are behind, let that whisper drift away like mist. You do not have to chase it. You do not have to answer it. Come closer just as you are. Bring the part of you that is tired of holding everything together. Bring the part of you that feels ashamed for needing comfort. Bring the part of you that says, I should be over this by now. Bring it all, and do not apologize. There is an inner room of quiet that has been waiting for you. You do not earn your way into it. You arrive. Step into it gently. No proving, no rushing, only presence. In this room, you are allowed to exhale. In this room, you are allowed to be honest. You can say, I feel afraid of what is coming. You can say, I feel guilty about what is behind me. You can say, I feel worn down by my own mind. None of it scares me. None of it pushes me away. Remain here for a moment. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands rest. If you can, place one hand on your chest, not as a ritual, but as a quiet signal to your own heart. You are safe enough to slow down. You are safe enough to feel. The heaviness may try to convince you that you are alone inside your thoughts, but listen carefully. You are not alone. I am nearer than your next breath. I am with you in the early minutes, when everything feels fragile and loud inside. I'm not asking you to be impressive. I'm asking you to be with me. Some mornings feel heavy because you have been carrying too much for too long. You have been trying to manage outcomes, protect others, and keep yourself from falling apart. You have been living with tension as if tension is the price of being responsible. But I did not create you to live in constant strain. So set down what you can set down. Imagine a small bundle in your hands, filled with what you keep lifting at night and picking up again at dawn. You do not have to name each thing. Just let it be offered. Place it at my feet. You are not losing anything by surrendering it. You are being relieved. If worry rises again while you do this, do not scold yourself. Return again. Peace is not built by self-punishment. Peace is built by coming back to me again and again with the same honest heart. In Psalm 46, you are invited to be still and know that I am God. That is not a demand to force calm. It is a doorway out of grasping. It is permission to release your grip long enough to notice who is holding you. Let that permission settle into you. Let it soften the frantic part of you that believes you must carry the whole day alone. This morning, you do not have to solve your entire life. You do not have to map every outcome. You do not have to prepare for every possibility. You only have to be here right now with me. Let the air enter your lungs and leave again slowly. Let your attention return to this moment. I am not distant. I am not distracted. I am not irritated by your need. I am close, steady, and gentle. Let my gentleness move through you like warm light, not rushing, not forcing, simply steady. Let it reach the places that feel clenched. Let it soften what has been hard with fear. Stay with this quiet. Let it become your first home before the day begins. The heaviness does not get to define the tone of your morning. My presence does, and my presence is here, closer than you think. Even if you cannot feel peace yet, do not assume it is absent. Sometimes peace arrives like a soft blanket, slowly settling, warming places you forgot were cold. Let me be the first voice you trust today. Let me remind you that your worth is not measured by how early you rise or how perfectly you cope. You are mine in the heavy morning and in the lighter afternoon. In Psalm 34, the brokenhearted are not pushed aside, they are met. So let your broken places be met. Let them be held without hurry. Remain here for a moment longer. Let your breath slow again. Let the day wait at the door while love gathers you from the inside. The heaviness does not disappear just because you heard my voice. It may still sit in your chest, and your mind may still try to race ahead. That is okay. Healing often begins as a shift in where you stand, not an instant change in what you feel. You are learning to stand with me instead of standing alone. Here is the truth I want to root in you today. You are not required to carry what I have already offered to carry. You can release the illusion of control and still be faithful. You can loosen your grip and still be responsible. You can stop rehearsing worst-case stories and still be wise. Anxiety can feel like diligence, but notice the fruit it produces. It does not give you clear vision. It makes everything look urgent. It does not help you love people well. It makes you guarded and short. It does not prepare you for the future. It steals your present. So when that familiar loop starts, treat it like a sound in the distance, not a command. You can notice it without obeying it. You can say, I hear you, but you are not leading today. This does not have authority over you. This does not govern your mind. Come back to your body for a moment. Feel where you are supported. Feel the weight of your feet on the floor or the bed beneath you or the chair holding you. Notice one steady thing in your environment, something simple and ordinary. Let that steadiness remind your nervous system that the present is not an emergency. Now, when a thought rises that says, what if everything goes wrong? Bring it into the light gently. Ask, is this a fact in front of me, or is this fear building a story? Fear loves to build stories because stories feel like preparation. But a story is not prophecy. It is a guess shaped by pain. If the thought says, you will not be able to handle it, let me answer. You do not have to handle it alone. I will give you what you need when you need it. Not always early, not always in the way you expect, but faithfully. If the thought says, you must fix yourself before you can be loved, let me answer. My love is not payment for improvement. My love is the ground you stand on while you heal. I do not wait at the finish line. I walk with you through the middle. You may be tempted to measure your morning by how calm you feel. Release that measurement. Peace is not a mood you perform. It is a refuge you return to. If you return 100 times today, that is not failure. That is practice. That is trust taking shape. Let your mind learn a new habit. When it tries to carry 10 hours at once, bring it back to the next faithful step. Not the whole staircase, the next step. What is the next small act of obedience, kindness, honesty, or rest? If you do only that, you are not falling behind. You are being led. And when the next step is simply breathing, let it be enough. When the next step is drinking water, let it be holy. When the next step is pausing before you answer a message, let it be wise. Your life is not saved by speed. Your life is shaped by presence. There are worries that demand certainty. They want guarantees before you move. They ask you to predict outcomes, control reactions, prevent loss. But certainty is not your portion. Trust is. I am not asking you to know everything. I'm asking you to stay close. In Psalm 121, you are reminded that your help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Help is not only for emergencies. Help is for ordinary mornings, for small choices, for anxious breaths. So let yourself receive help. Let yourself be carried in ways you cannot see. As you move into the day, you will meet moments that try to pull you back into the old pattern. A headline will spark fear. A memory will tighten your chest. A tone in someone's voice will wake your defenses. When that happens, do not panic about the panic. Do not shame yourself for being human. Return. Stay with me, Lord. I will not scold you when you come back. I will meet you. I will steady you. I will teach you slowly that you can feel fear without being owned by it. If guilt tries to rise, telling you that you should have done more, ask yourself whose voice it is. I correct with gentleness. I convict with love. I do not crush you with contempt. Shame is loud and impatient. My voice is clear and kind, so soften again. Release the clenched place in your stomach. Release the tightness in your throat. Let your face relax. Let your mind take its proper seat. You are not meant to be your own rescuer. You are meant to be loved. In Psalm 23, you are led beside still waters. You are restored, not driven. That restoration is happening even now, in small, unseen ways. Every time you return to me, you are being restored. So walk into your morning with quiet courage. Not the courage that pretends you are fine, but the courage that says, I am held. I can take the next step. I can stop scanning for disaster. I can receive peace like bread. I can live this day in my presence. And if your heart feels heavy again later, remember this. I am closer than you think. I am not only here in the quiet. I am with you in the noise, in the traffic, in the meeting, in the kitchen, in the hallway, in the moment you feel your chest tighten. Return, and I will meet you, steady as the ground beneath you. God, here I am. I am bringing you the morning that feels heavy, the thoughts that run ahead, the tight places in my body, the hidden fear I try to cover with busyness. I do not want to live in constant strain. I do not want to be ruled by what might happen. I want to rest in you. So I open my hands. I give you the weight I woke up with. I give you the pressure to be strong. I give you the need to control outcomes. I give you the old memories that still make my chest tighten. I give you the parts of me that feel fragile and ashamed. I lay them down, not with drama but with honesty. Remain here with me, Lord. Let your presence be more real than my rushing thoughts. Let my breath slow as I remember that you are near. Let my nervous system receive the message that I am not alone. I picture still waters, calm and unhurried. I step toward the shoreline with everything in me that feels restless. I do not have to jump in and drown. I can stand near peace. I can let it shape me. I can let it steady me. Let your spirit quiet the surface of my mind the way wind settles over water, slowly, gently, until the ripples soften. As I breathe, I feel a shelter around me. Not a cage, not a wall, but a covering that says, you are safe here. Let that shelter guard the places where fear likes to enter. Let it guard my imagination, where I often replay worst-case stories. Let it guard my heart, where disappointment left bruises. Let it guard my thoughts, where pressure keeps demanding more. Let soft light fill what is dark in me, not to expose me with shame, but to comfort me with truth. Let that light touch the corners where I hide. Let it touch the parts of me that say I am too much, too sensitive, too late, too broken. Let it touch the inner critic that never rests. Let it grow quiet in your presence. I lean into you as my rock. When my emotions shift, you remain steady. When my thoughts scatter, you remain whole. When my strength feels thin, you remain strong. I do not have to hold myself upright alone. I can rest my weight on you without fear of falling. Be my refuge today. Not only when something goes wrong, but in the ordinary moments when anxiety tries to whisper. When I feel my chest tighten, draw me back to you. When I feel my thoughts spiral, gather me. When I feel alone, remind me. When I feel guilty, cleanse me with kindness. I ask for healing in the places anxiety has worn thin. Heal the way I anticipate pain. Heal the way I assume the worst. Heal the way I replay conversations. Heal the way I punish myself for being human. Heal the way I forget that you are near. Let my body learn safety again. Let my breathing deepen. Let my shoulders drop. Let my jaw loosen. Let my stomach settle. Let my hands unclench. Let my eyes soften. Let my heart slow down enough to hear you. Speak to the part of me that is afraid of the future. Tell it that the future does not belong to fear. Tell it that you are already there. Tell it that I will not be abandoned in what I cannot predict. Speak to the part of me that feels overwhelmed by today. Tell it that I am allowed to take one step at a time. Tell it that I do not have to carry 10 hours at once. Tell it that wisdom can be slow and still be strong. Lord, I receive your forgiveness where I have been harsh with myself. I receive your mercy where I have doubted your care. I receive your patience where I have tried to force change. Wash me clean inside, not with cold water, but with warmth. Quiet the inner accuser. Let shame lose its grip. This does not have authority over me. This does not govern my mind. This does not define who I am. Your love defines me. Your presence steadies me. Your truth leads me. Now breathe with me, Lord. Let each inhale be trust. Let each exhale be surrender. I do not need to prove anything to be loved. I do not need to earn rest. I am welcome here. I offer you my attention for this day. I offer you my words, my reactions, my decisions. Give me clarity without harshness. If there are moments today when fear rises fast, remind me to return. Remind me that returning is not weakness. Returning is worship. Returning is how I stay close. Even if all I can say is, help, let that be enough. Meet me in that small prayer. I invite you into the hidden parts of my story, the places I avoid because they still sting. Enter them with tenderness. Where I learn to brace, teach me to breathe. Where I learn to expect rejection, teach me belonging. Where I learn to expect punishment, teach me grace. Where I learn to be hard, teach me kindness. Let my inner world become a garden again, tended by your care. Pull out what chokes my peace. Plant what is true. Water what is fragile. Guard what is growing. Let my joy return in quiet ways. Let my hope return without pressure. Remain with me now. Let your peace settle into my bones. Let it be steady, not fleeting. Let it follow me into my next hour. Let it travel with me into my conversations. Let it stay with me when my phone lights up, when my calendar fills, when my mind wants to sprint. Keep me close, Lord. I rest in you. I am held by you. I am safe enough to begin. Let what you have received settle deeper now. Not as a temporary calm, but as a quiet ceiling over your mind and heart. The day may still have demands, but demand does not have the right to rule you. Anxiety may still knock, but it does not get to move in. This does not have authority over you. This does not govern your mind. This does not define who you are mine. So I speak peace into your inner world. I speak steadiness into your breathing. I speak gentleness into your pace. I speak clarity into your thoughts. I speak courage into your decisions, a courage that does not shout, a courage that simply stays with what is true. When your mind tries to sprint ahead, call it back with one simple return. Feel your feet, feel your breath, feel the present. I am here. You can live one moment at a time without carrying 10 moments at once. You can take the next faithful step and leave the rest with me. I place protection over your thoughts. Let the intrusive ones lose their grip. Let the accusing ones grow quiet. Let the noisy ones fade into the background. If a thought returns, it can return without ruling you. You can notice it and let it pass without agreement. I place protection over your emotions. Let your feelings become signals, not storms. Let them be honored without being obeyed. Let tenderness be safe in you again. Let joy have space to return, even in small, quiet ways. I place protection over your body. Let your chest loosen when it tightens. Let your stomach settle when it churns. Let your breath deepen when it becomes shallow. I am not only near to your soul, I am near to your whole self. I place protection over your home and your path today, over the doors you walk through, over the conversations you will have, over the places where you usually feel exposed. Let peace stand at the doorway of your inner life, guarding what enters, escorting out what does not belong. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not too much. You are not beyond healing. You are being restored and you are allowed to move slowly. If guilt rises, remember my mercy. If fear rises, remember my nearness. If you stumble into old patterns, remember you can return. Returning is not weakness. Returning is how love keeps you close. As you go, practice a gentle rule of life. When you notice tension, soften. When you notice rushing, slow. When you notice self-criticism, release it. When you notice loneliness, breathe my name and come back. A single breath can be a doorway. A single whispered prayer can steady you. In Psalm 121, your help is not fragile. In Psalm 23, your restoration is not rushed. Let those truths hold you in the background of your day like a steady hum, quiet and faithful. Now let your mind be washed, not by force, but by kindness. Let your imagination be guarded, not by fear, but by trust. Let your attention be anchored, not by urgency, but by presence. I am sealing you with my peace. So begin, not with dread, but with trust. Not with frantic checking, but with breath. Not with pressure, but with love. You are safe enough to take your next step. Today you do not belong to hurry. You do not belong to comparison. You do not belong to the inner voice that keeps demanding more. You belong to me, and that belonging is steady. So I speak over you. You are loved without conditions. You are guided with patience. You are safe to be human. You are safe to need help. You are safe to pause. When you feel the urge to explain yourself, you can rest. When you feel the urge to fix everything at once, you can breathe. When you feel the urge to numb your mind with noise, you can return to quiet and remember I am here. Let your first decisions today be gentle ones. Choose one slow sip of water. Choose one unhurried moment before you answer anyone. Choose one soft yes to what is necessary, and one calm no to what drains you. You are allowed to protect your peace without guilt. If you sense spiritual heaviness, do not fear it. I am covering you. I am surrounding you. I am giving you discernment, so you can recognize what is not from me and release it. Let my peace sit like a guard over your mind, and let my love be the atmosphere of your heart. Walk gently today. If you forget, return. If you tremble, breathe. My kindness will meet you again and again quietly. Remain here for a moment. Let your shoulders drop once more. Let your face soften. Let your eyes rest. Take a slow breath in your own rhythm and let it out gently. You are held. If this prayer helped you, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs gentle peace this morning.